What's up, guys? CJ here, coming to you straight off the couch this morning. Really something I want to talk about today. I've been talking a lot about relationships and, the things that I feel are very important and necessary in relationships. But today I kind of want to reflect on before my forever relationship. I went through a pretty long stage where, I wasn't really dating many people. I wasn't sure if I was going to find my forever person, to be honest. For a long time, I felt like it was just so hard to date in this world we live in if you didn't find somebody in your late teens, early 20s, in college. If you got out of college, it was much harder to find somebody. And one of my big things when I was out of college and trying to find somebody to date and be with, I felt like I was just going to find somebody. I couldn't find somebody that didn't already have a relationship, or somebody that didn't already have a kid that that relationship didn't work out and now they're restarting, or they've got a kid from a previous relationship. And that's not always the case. That's just how I personally felt. And maybe I was looking in the wrong places for a relationship, and that can be a huge thing. So I wanted to talk about, looking back on me as a single person, looking for my forever person, and how that process, I think you should really head it on. Because a lot of people, especially today's world, I thought about it wrong. A lot of younger people these days, and younger I'm meaning mid-20s or late 20s, early 30s, those people, there's a lot of people that are still figuring out themselves and really focused on their careers. That's one thing I've noticed a lot lately, is people are really focused on their careers, finding out where they want to eventually be, and having relationships and then kids later. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. And that's something I think I wish somebody would have told me, because for the longest time I had it in my head and was down about dating, and I shouldn't have been. So make sure you guys are taking the time to find the right person. When there's red flags, be mindful of them and make sure those red flags are either going to change or that you're not going to put up with those. Just really try not to be down about dating in your mid-20s to your mid-30s. After mid-30s, okay, maybe having a relationship and kids might not be for you. That's getting to that time clock or whatever that a lot of people talk about. But I still see people mid-30s, late 30s even, having relationships and kids. So your window's not closed. Okay? I know this episode's a little all over the place. Like I said, I don't script this stuff. And this is something I really kind of thought about more recently instead of in the past. But I just really wanted to go over with you guys, finding a relationship will happen on its own time. I'm a firm believer that things will happen as they are supposed to happen. Part of that comes from my faith, and that, God has a plan for everybody. You may not believe in that, and that's completely fine. If you want to ask questions and learn more, I'm more happy to talk with you. But I am a firm believer that things will happen as they're supposed to happen, and they'll happen in their own time. So just make sure you're being, do your due diligence in finding a good relationship. Do not settle. Make sure you're not just trying to find somebody through a hookup dating app. Make sure you're actually getting out there, meeting people. The best places to meet people are doing things that you like to do. You know, unfortunately, for the longest time, I just hung out at a bar most nights having dinner and a couple drinks and thinking I'm going to find my forever person at a bar. It wasn't going to happen, guys. That was going to find me the wrong person. Okay? So, but if you like to go bowling, you'll find somebody at a bowling alley. If you like to play volleyball, great. You're going to find somebody who likes to play volleyball, and you're automatically going to have that in common and a little connection there. So it doesn't matter what you like to do, whether you like to go to the library, if you like to go golfing or whatever. You know, you can find people in similar situations all over the place. So just do what you like to do, focus on yourself, and you'll find somebody in that process. Okay? So guys, really take your time, focus on the things that are important to you. Be mindful of those red flags, and just don't worry about it, guys. You're going to find the person that is right for you. All right, guys, I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.